Hey everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Coming to you from the beach today. It's Saturday afternoon, about 4:30 in the afternoon, and I'm in one of those real chill type moods today. So I was walking on the beach, saw a quiet little spot, and thought I would do the video here. As you see from the title of this, people are always talking about, people always tell me like, oh, you're lucky, but it's easy, you live in the tropics. Well, yeah, it is easy. I do live in the tropics, which I think we're suited to live in. But it got me thinking, you know, there seems to be a lot of people that are struggling out there. There seem to be a lot of people that need a jump start, need a boost. And I was just laying in bed, I was making my notes a couple of nights ago, and that just little phrase popped into my head, and I thought about that. Why not? Transition in the tropics. It would be perfect. It's the perfect place to transition. And then I thought the second part of that, come do rehab in Costa Rica, because isn't that what a lot of people do? That's well, people with money, celebrities, they get their little addiction problems and they go to some place to get away. And the main reason they do this, even though a lot of them, it's just BS, they're going to satisfy some court requirement or just like whatever. But the premise of rehab is pretty good. It takes you out of your everyday behavior and it takes you away from the temptations and the situations that you know, cause you to have a problem with substances. And the same thing could be done for food. I mean, you could come down here with me. You could transition very easily. You could, you know, my next availability at the house is going to be like mid-April. But I'm having some people respond to this. I've actually had I have somebody coming in January, right after I get back from the States, and they're going to be here for 3 months. And for the first time, I actually had somebody contact me last week that wanted to come for the same time, but obviously I'm already full. Or I already have somebody in there. Now in the future, I'm not going to do it for this next person coming, but there's also too the possibility of if there's more than one person that wants to come, and the personalities, if we kind of talk to each other, we could have two people, and I could have two people in the house at the same time. It would just have to be two really cool, chill people that were, you know, somewhat clean, helped cleaning their stuff up, and kept their stuff straight, because it is a smaller house. But the bathroom, and it isn't only a one-bedroom bath house, but I'm putting some stuff up on my wall outside, and there's an outdoor shower. I'm just blocking it off from the street with a cover so you can take outside showers, and there's a half bathroom out there. So you could have two people there. I could have two people at the same time. You know, I've had other people contact me for other times in 2015. I've even dabbled with the idea of upgrading houses. Now that would have to come after I see a few people actually really coming and seeing the interest there. But yeah, you know, I've talked about that when I'm down here on the beach, like getting a house on the beach. Now when I say getting a house on the beach, I'm not talking about getting something fancy and expensive. I'm just talking about doing my homework, digging around, and finding some little gem that's a good price down here. But I'm going to keep my eyes open. But yeah, you want to think about that. Let's see, what have I wrote down a few things down there. No distraction. There's lots of activity down here. Another thing, I was thinking about this yesterday when I was at my job. Actually where my job is I was doing yoga. And we were doing yoga, and it was a tough class to finish off the week. And I'm hearing a couple of the people in there, because we do surfing where I'm at the place where my main job is. So a couple of these people had done a double session of surf and had gone to yoga. Now, probably a lot of people out there aren't even ready for that. These are younger. It's a younger place, so even people that don't exercise or work out or do all that kind of good stuff, they're young enough where they're still in the shape and the fitness to just do it on their own thing. Well, some of them are. But anyway, they can do it, but it's a killer workout, man. When I used to have my vacation company, and I'm kind of reviving that, when I used to do vacations, they were surf and yoga vacations, and I took people to dinner at night, and after they had surfed for 2 hours during the day, and after they had done an hour-and-a-half yoga class, they were dead at night. They were just exhausted. So that's another thing, you know. You come down, besides just transitioning in the food, or besides just being able to eat good tropical fruit, man, there's stuff here. I can put you in touch with all kinds of activities in this area. You can learn to surf. Like I say, I've got the inside scoop on all these, so I'm going to get you, you know, I have surf instructors. I will help you out like you're a friend of mine coming down here. I'm not looking to, you know, set you up with a bunch of people and hose you and get commissions and stuff. I know the people down here. I mean, I got friends that do this kind of stuff for the surf lessons. You know, we'll get you with the best surf instructor, maybe get you a couple of lessons, get you out in the water. But surfing's a great exercise that I need to get back to. Yoga. On any day, there's 4 or 5 classes in the little town where I live. There's 2 gyms here. And yeah, some people like to go to the gym, even though there is a lot of outdoor activity, because you have the weights, you have the treadmill, so that's an availability. There's a mountain on the south end of town. My buddy's a crazy mountain biker. If anybody's into mountain biking, he can take you on all kind of trails. Or if you want to run, you know, you can run that mountain. It's great exercise. Or it's just great to walk. Some of my friends just walk the mountain every day and, you know, enjoy the scenery, take in nature. But there's a lot of activity down here. So if you factor those 2 things in, you're going to have, from where I'm sitting right now, I can have bananas in 5 minutes. I've got pineapples, mangoes, everything's within my reach within 5 to 10 minutes of where I sit. So you'll have fruit all the time. You'll have good fruit all the time, more and more organic. And I would say by mid-2015, I'm going to have this organic situation underway, and I'm going to have a lot more of my stuff organic. Like I say, I'm getting a lot of my greens organic, but I want to get as much as possible. More of the fruits organic, and that just means coordinating and going to San Jose and getting stuff sent down here. But yeah, I mean, you come down, you wouldn't have any distraction. We could even put you on a boot camp, but at your level, however much you wanted to. But just think about that. If you came down here and you're not going to have obligations, you take away your obligations of day-to-day life. But if you do yoga every day, you get up and you take a walk on the beach every day, you do yoga every day, you eat good food every day. Smoothies are everywhere. If you don't, you know, if you're walking around and you don't have to. It's not as expensive to get your smoothies, and they're all fresh here. I've got a little place when, you know, I'm out and about, I'll stop in and get a good smoothie, a 22-ounce smoothie for about $3 of all fresh fruit. So, and you know what? If anybody's really having a hard time out here, you know who I would hope would get in touch with me and come down, because you know, you guys know I like to experiment. I need to see things for myself. I just see too many people out there, and the numbers don't gel. Too many people out there, they can't lose weight. There's a reason they can't lose weight. And I would say that's the Oreos hidden under the bed. I mean, most people in my experience that I've found out there that tell you they can't lose weight, if you really probe hard, you find what is causing it. And they're not, a lot of times, I'm not saying it never is something medical or within the body, but a lot of times you can find it. It's like, well, you're eating this every day, or you're doing this. Now, this isn't in this lifestyle, but I remember a friend lived here for a long time. We hung out a lot, and she always talked about her thyroid condition and how she couldn't lose weight. And, you know, she wasn't gaining weight, but then I'm like, okay, but you drink. And I was drinking at the time, so I wasn't judging the alcohol, but there's calories there. So I'm like, okay, so you drink. You probably have 4 to 5 drinks, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 times a week. And then I'm looking at what you're eating in the morning, and then there's these just little things that add up in there. So I'd love to just see somebody that's having a hard time, and maybe we could figure something out. Like, you know, come down for a month, come down for 2 months, come down for 3 months, you know, take a little sabbatical from life. The world's not going to go away. I mean, the world's not going to go away. And, you know, the other day when somebody kind of got a little bit testy with me, but they're like, well, but everybody's not like you. They don't have, people have responsibilities, and people have this, and people have other people. And I'm like, yeah, and I totally understand that. But what are you know, a lot of them, and I didn't want to probe because people you get a little too close to home, and people, it touches a nerve. And I'm like, I wanted to ask them, what are you really working for? Are you really working for the survival, feeding of your family, providing shelter? Or are you working for Babylon? Are you working for the system? Are you working for what society has come to teach us that we're supposed to have? That we're supposed to have this certain size house. How big a house do you live in? It's probably way bigger than you need. I learned that when I got down here, and I just saw what I could get away with, and then I go back to the States and I'm like, well, do you ever use that room over there? Do you ever use this? Do you ever use that? No. Most people, and you know, you've probably seen this passed around on social media, Most people are sitting in traffic in a car that's not paid for, going to a job they hate to make money to pay for a house they don't own and they don't spend any time in, to keep perpetuating the cycle with the kids. Well, we've got to give the kids all the opportunities afforded them, and we got to get them ready for college so we can get them on the wheel, and then they can produce a family and they can keep going round and round. Life is about living. Life isn't about just pounding away every day and to slave for this thing we call money. Now, yeah, I have somewhat of an idyllic life, and I know that I'm not saying that God don't think that I'm some sort of, everybody needs to drop out, but you've got to enjoy life. And if getting your lifestyle under control, or not, maybe not under control, but getting your lifestyle changed and into a healthy way is something that's going to affect the rest of your life. So wouldn't that be worth it to, get away to paradise for a little while? Get away to affordable paradise, because you've got a friend down here. This isn't stuff, I'm going to do vacations later. I want to be fully transparent like that. I'm going to do raw vegan, yoga vacations, surf vacations, working on the website. Or if anybody's out there is interested, you can contact me and I'll do it. But this is something different. I'm talking about, I just like to work with people. I would like to have some people. I like to mix energy, because mixing energy makes us all better. I don't care if you've been into this lifestyle less time than I don't care how much you know about this lifestyle. I can learn something from you. I can get something from you being here. There's strength in numbers. And when our energies come together, and when we put our heads together on a healthy cause, good things happen. So think about it. If there's anybody out there, I just like to throw these out there from time to time, because I don't assume that everybody as soon as they find my channel, goes back and watches every video. So I haven't done one of these videos in a little while, so I just thought I would bring that up, show you a little scenery here, and if you think it's something you might want to do, get in touch with me, because I'll tell you what, you come down here and spend even a minimum of a month. You come down here and spend a month, and you're going to see some big changes in the lifestyle that you may have been struggling on. Anyhow, hope you like this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel and share this one. I like to share the Costa Rica ones, because you guys might have friends. There may be somebody out there that says, that's what I need. That's what I need to jumpstart things. Anyhow, thanks for watching today, and you guys have a wonderful afternoon. Peace.